us right here. Today on Spotlight, we're going ahead of 2027. There's a call for Goodluck Jonathan in 2027. Yes, I can tell you that the president of the Nigeria Rescue Mission Organization and also former president of BYO Youth Organization, Dr. Jibril Mustapha, has appealed to former President Goodluck Jonathan to contest 2027 presidential election. Mustapha said Jonathan should heed the call now to run for the office of the president again, saying that there is the urgent need for a leader who embodies integrity, inclusivity, and a commitment to national unity. Well, he has also said that the former Nigerian leader, during his tenure, demonstrated a commitment to democratic values and good governance that prioritized the welfare of all citizens. It seems to be like Nigeria knows how to cajole. It seems to be like Nigeria knows how to, pat your back and also condemn. When it looks like you've done something wrong or you're doing something wrong. Well, one man who is also a lawyer and a human rights activist has said that the emergence of a comet, and also said that we shall make elephant king. And this man is right here on the show this morning. He's written a journal concerning this what we're discussing today some years back, and he's here today also to talk further on the call for Jonathan. We have another person than a legal practitioner and also a PDP governorship candidate in Oyo State, Chief Niyi Aborisade. Chief, good morning and welcome to the show.
Good morning.
How are you doing, Chief?
It's a pleasure being here with you.
How you doing?
Well.
How was your
Thank
weekend, Chief? How was your weekend?
Weekend was fantastic.
All right.
It's another new week.
Yeah, we thank God for life. As it is right now, we know you're busy trying to move around for a campaign ahead of 2027 and all of it. But quickly, we have to stop at this junction to look at this. There's a call. Before now, there have been a call. Even before this current administration, before he rounded up his 100 days in office, a lot of Nigerians have been saying, see, we have to go back. Some are saying, it seems to be like we need Buhari back. Some have been saying Jonathan should come forth and contest. At least he still have another 4 years. So all of this back and forth in terms of ahead of 2027 election. And they call for, you wrote a book. You wrote a journal about making elephant king.
That's right.
Tell us more about this call for Jonathan 2027. Do you think it's a right call for the people?
Thank you very much, Michael. I wrote an article in 2020 when people were making similar calls. And that's when I wrote the article, which shall make elephant the king. There's Yoruba folk tales about how they seduce elephant because they need someone to sacrifice. They need an animal. They consulted the oracle and they said they should sacrifice elephant in order for the country to be peaceful. And so they sent hunters to deceive elephant into coming into the palace to become king. And elephant keyed into that lies and deception. And eventually they sacrifice him. Anyone who is inviting Jonathan back to this country is not wishing him well. Jonathan, no doubt, is a kind man. He's a kind man, he's a good man. But to be president of Nigeria is more than kindness. It's more than being a good man. Jonathan has done his time. For 5 years, he held the affairs of this country. And people voted against him vehemently. They opposed his candidature in 2015. That's why how Buhari came into power. Because a lot of things went wrong when Jonathan was there. Otherwise, they wouldn't have voted him. Jonathan did not go to court. He knew he lost. He knew the people did not want him there. Of course, what is happening now is the reason behind the call. It's like there is a dearth of leadership in the country. APC-led government under Tinubu are not doing well. They are not performing well. We've seen a lot of things. But Jonathan is not the person they should call to come and become president. We still have a lot of people who have what it takes to become president of Nigeria.
Who are these people?
Who knows where and what to do?
Who are these people? Who are these people?
For now, I will not mention name. A time is coming that I will mention name. As a politician, I can't just be giving names of people.
No, I mean, if you say,
but we are still doing consultation. We are still doing consultation. Not even within my party, we haven't mentioned name of anybody.
Chief,
to become the president. But Jonathan, we don't need him at this time around.
Chief,
I've written him. I told him he has done well. He has given his best to this country. From 2010 to 2015, he recorded some success and he recorded many failures as well. It was in his time that the Boko Haram people stole the Chibok girls. It was in his time. We do not have TSA, every single thing, money. You know, a lot of things. Things were porous. Corruption went under him, unheeded. So we don't need such person now. Let him continue to rest and let him continue to be the statesman of Nigeria. We respect him as another statesman, but it should not.
Chief. Chief, can you hear me? Hello, Chief Niyi.
Hello?
Chief Niyi, can you hear me?
Sorry.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now. Somebody called.
You are full of praise to Goodluck Jonathan. You're full of praise to Goodluck Jonathan. How can you praise a man and then you're saying a man is not worth a particular
I'm
position?
Not saying he's not worth. I said he has done his time. I praised him for his. I said he's a very kind man. He's a gentleman.
That's what we're saying, Chief.
But
It's like saying
it takes more than that to be president of Nigeria. Nigeria is not a banana country. Things have changed since he left power. It's more complex than when he left power. And because he has done his job, even there's a time for everything. It's time to govern this country is over. That is the truth of the matter. Nigerian political system is becoming complex. You know, he initially became president by default because of the death of Musa Yar'Adua. That's how he became president.
Yes.
And later people voted for him. But later they rejected him. He lost completely. He didn't even go to court because he knew he lost. He conceded.
No, he did not say because he knew he lost. He said the lives of Nigerians, the blood of Nigerians, are not worth to fight for. He doesn't want to fight. Yes, it's not what his ambition. I beg your pardon.
Yeah. That is why I praise him that he's a godly man. No, I am not praising the way he handled things in Nigeria then. I'm not praising that. I'm praising him because of his godliness, his kindness, his gentleness. But when it comes to ruling this country, I don't think he has what it takes now again. I'm sorry. With all due respect to him, Nigeria has become more the political landscape of Nigeria has totally changed. And so we need somebody who is more capable to govern Nigeria.
And President Tinubu is more capable.
For 8 years.
And President Tinubu is more capable.
I'm not saying he's not capable, but I say more capable.
No, I'm saying
I don't like to discredit anybody.
Yeah, I'm saying that President Tinubu now is more capable.
That's what we think. That's what we think. But I don't think so. When you look at his two policies, the policies of the unprecedented increment on fuel prices, that is removing the subsidy that he and Buhari campaigned against when Jonathan introduced the removal of subsidy. President Tinubu led people to resist him. Now, he brought it carelessly. And we are talking of he handled the foreign exchange into the hands of the market people to determine the foreign exchange. What do I mean by that? You see, he took power from the central bank to determine the value of Naira. He gave it openly to the market forces to determine. These are, for me, there are two policies that should be taken with wisdom, not the way he's going about it. As I'm speaking today, £1 sterling is about 2,120 Naira. So where do we go from here? That is as a result of the bad policy of handling foreign exchange to the market forces. We are not mature for that at this time. So when you look at it, I cannot say President Tinubu is capable. For me, and that's why people are calling Jonathan. That means something is wrong with this country. Something is wrong. If you want to go back, it's like a woman that someone has divorced. You divorced a woman already, and now when you marry another woman, you now think, oh, this old woman is better than this new woman. Then you went back. You see, that is the problem. That's a fundamental issue.
Something will make you want to go back, Chief.
Of the current president.
If you agree with me, something will make you want to go back to the woman you've divorced. You divorced, just like the example you're giving. You divorced a woman, and you want to move on, and you find out that moving on, they are not better than the person you divorced, and you want to go back to the person that you divorced.
Look at it. Who are the people calling for Jonathan? Do they represent the voice of Nigerian people?
The youth.
Or some political cliques who have personal interest?
Before now.
Jonathan.
Who
gained under his government.
Okay.
It's not Nigerian people. We are talking of about 200 million people. They are not clamoring for Jonathan. They want a good leader, of course. But some few people who have personal interest in Jonathan's government, those are the people that are inviting him. When you see some politicians calling people like Jonathan to come back to government, you will know they do not represent the voices of Nigerian people. It is the people that should determine who will rule them. We are still looking. A lot of Nigerians are proposing themselves. Obi is proposing to be president. Atiku is proposing to be president. Other people are coming as well. So we will need to see and make a better choice of all the people that present themselves. And for me, I think that is still too early. We are still watching the landscape. There is a call for people to come together for a new party, for third force to defeat Tinubu. That is still in progress. So we'll see what Nigeria throw out, what the politicians throw out for us to determine who will be president of this country. Of course, things must not continue this way. Tinubu has to go in the next election. And we are working on that. Seriously.
All right, Lagos, it's time for you to be part of this conversation right here. Yes, there's a call on Goodluck Jonathan to run for president in 2027. I remember last year, around December, PDP went to called out former President Goodluck Jonathan that, well, he should join the race. And now some group has said, well, I think we need to go back to the basis. And that is the president of the Nigerian Rescue Mission Organization, NRMO, calling for former presidents to join the presidential race in 2027. Lagos, yes, call us and let's be part of this. Let's hear from you. What do you think? Do you agree for the call of Jonathan ahead of the 2027 elections? The numbers to call is 0705-690-0927. 0705-690-0927 or 0802-502-7711. 0802-502-7711. Go on the other lines, 0802-978-8003. 0802-978-8003. Or you can send us your messages in WhatsApp on 0705-690-927. 0705-690-927. Yes, so we'll still have a legal practitioner and also PDP governorship candidate in Oyo State, Chief Niyi Aborisade. Okay, Chief Niyi, as it is right now, how possible it is for Goodluck Jonathan to run for 2027 presidential election? How possible do you think this can go or this can be?
No, I don't think we accept the call. He won't hear the call. Yes, that's my opinion. I don't think we accept the call. I believe it's more wiser than that for the people that are calling him. These people, like I said earlier, they have personal interest. What we should look for at this time is a better candidate than Tinubu. Nigeria still have a lot of people who have positive mind to change the country for better. They are still around in Nigeria. We should give them the opportunity to do so. And so we need to wait a bit and see those who volunteer themselves to serve this country. And we cannot support them. There are still people with pedigree, right pedigree.
I got something to tell you.
One radio, 92.7 Super FM.
Your one family, one radio, Super 92.7 FM.
One family,
I got something to tell you.
one radio, 92.7.
Than before. The security is becoming erratic. People are not certain. They are afraid to travel because of the insurgents. Every now and then, Boko Haram, the bandits, people from another country are just coming to Nigeria and causing devastating harm to the people. So it shows the lack of political will on the side of President Tinubu to crush the insurgency. So when you look at the economic failure, security failure, then what next? If he's unable to perform, there's no reason for him to come back in the next 4 years. He has failed. For almost 2 years now, nothing is working in Nigeria. Nothing, absolutely nothing is working in Nigeria. The fuel increment is getting higher, almost 1,000 naira per liter. Before he came in, it was 195 naira. So it's 1,000 naira per liter. Are we better off? Can anybody in his right mind say Nigeria is better off now? So, no. So somebody who have blueprint should come in and take over from Tinubu in 2027. But definitely not Jonathan. We have people that will come out. A lot of people are doing consultation on the ground now. They are consulting people before they can announce their candidature. So when they announce and we see, then the party will pick a strong candidate. All this shenanigans that's gone about, people moving from one party to another, is not what we are talking about. We are looking for people with ideology. We still remember the days of Chief Obafemi Awolowo, who was the perfect example of what a genuine leader should be. So we are waiting. Like Bomali said, soon we'll find out who is a real revolutionary, in that I don't want my people to suffer. So we are looking for that revolutionary who will change the country for better. I'm not talking of someone that will seize power. I'm talking of someone that will come in and be democratically elected. Someone that is acceptable to the people. Someone who has blueprint for this country. Who will take this country to another level. Who will take this country to higher realm. Who will promote the welfare of the citizens of this country for better. Not someone who will contribute negatively, who will impose a lot of burden on them when they are living in palaces, when they are enjoying the wealth of this country. They are calling for us to just be patient with them, to persevere with them, to suffer, and things will change. But this never changed. This has never changed since they came to power. So how long shall we continue to suffer? How long shall the people go to bed with hunger? How long shall people go to bed without social amenities? The electricity supply under Adelabu is nothing to write home about. Some people have not seen light for the past 3 weeks or 4 weeks in their area. So they have failed. They have not been able to change anything. All the promises that APC made before 2023, they have not been able to do anything. All what we are saying is just things getting worse under this government. So we cannot continue like this. So we are waiting for that real revolutionary, a man with vision, a man who will transform his vision to mission.
Who is that man that you feel, like you said, you are waiting for?
Like I said,
if we have to,
we have some selected names.
I'm coming, Chief.
Mention them now.
I'm coming, Chief. Let me help you.
I'm still consulting more myself.
Maybe let me help
see
you.
The people I will support.
Maybe let me help you with the likes of with the pressure. I'm calling on Jonathan, and then maybe Jonathan decides to yield to the pressure and decide to contest. And then we have Jonathan, and then we have the Labour Party presidential candidate. We have Peter Obi. And then, of course, Tinubu is there. And then we also have the likes of El Rufai, and then Atiku. Let's say, for example, El Rufai decides to, be the presidential candidate for XDP. And then Atiku decides to take up that of PDP. And then I'm bringing names, so you refuse
I don't
to.
see El-Rufai
You don't want to
coming
make name, but
power.
let me put it out to you there. So who is that person that will best suit?
Like I said, let me just speak about El-Rufai. El-Rufai is not someone that should even come out to rule Nigeria. El-Rufai is one of the problems of this country, right? Everybody knows what I'm talking about when it comes to El-Rufai. Kaduna was worse under him. They nearly destroyed the people in South Kaduna during his regime. This is the man who paid the terrorists. The record was there. So when people are talking of El-Rufai,
Do you have records of El-Rufai paid up? Do you have records of El-Rufai paid up terrorists?
He paid. So of course, the excuse he made that he went there to pay them not to attack Kaduna again. That's what he said. The records are there. You can Google it. You can check it. He paid them. He went there. He said he paid them money so that they will not attack Kaduna. How do you go and pay terrorists not to attack them instead of launching an attack against them? And we see the result. The Southern Kaduna now is not to write home about. And when El-Rufai, you see, there are a lot of things that are wrong with El-Rufai. So El-Rufai cannot deceive once again. He has done his time in Kaduna. We have seen what he can do. It is only when the APC that he worked for, they have his record. And that's why they rejected him as a minister. So have you ever find out why the security, El-Rufai did not pass security check to become a minister? So when you look at that, you know something is preaching about this one. It was as a result of this that is leaving APC. It's not on principle. It's leaving APC was not based on principle, but because they knew who he is, and they rejected him. So it's on that basis. It's personal grievances. We need to look at people when they defected from another party. Was it on principle or because of personal grievances? So he is leaving APC because of personal grievances. He's looking for people to work with him. But what is he going to deliver? Has he made any tremendous change in the Kaduna when he was a governor? So they said money showed the day. If he has done well, we still have people like Donald Duke. They are still there. They have good record. So though he has not thrown his heart into the ring, but we still have good people like him. So many people are there, but they will still come out. We will see, and then we make the right choice. But can't El-Rufai out, as far as I'm concerned, and any genuine man with good intention for the country will not even consider El-Rufai for anything. This a man is a religious bigot, honestly speaking.
Well,
that is the truth of the matter.
Well,
and he knows what I'm talking about. So when we are talking of people who will rule this country, El-Rufai should not be one of them. In fact, he will not come out anyway. I don't think he will come out to try and become president of Nigeria. President of which country?
When Dr.
Read
Jibril,
what someone just said about him.
when Dr. Jibril Mustapha made this statement of President Goodluck Jonathan coming back contesting the 2027 presidential election, Nigerians, made some comment and saying that instead of that to happen, they would prefer person of Professor Osinbajo. Would you resonate with that?
Osinbajo is a good man. I think Osinbajo may.
Don't forget. He also wanted to contest. In fact, he contested for the primaries.
You see, the error that Osinbajo made that time was to contest against Tinubu. He should have waited for his time.
How was that an error?
Thank you very much.
He was the vice president at that time.
It was an error for him. You see, sometimes people make error of judgment. He should have waited for this time and come out. The reason why I said that, Tinubu was the one that nominated him to become vice president. And he knew that Tinubu had ambition to become president as well. They have discussed it. So now, but he was pushed by Buhari to contest against his kinsman. And he took the bait. For me, I saw it as a bait. You see, to cause division. When you know how British govern Nigeria, they call it indirect rule. Indirect rule, where they use their people against each other. You see, that's what Buhari did for Osinbajo. To use Osinbajo against Tinubu to cause confusion. He had his own candidate. So Buhari didn't want Tinubu to become president. That's very clear. So he thought, who can he use? Let me use his kinsman. That is divide and rule. So if Osinbajo did not take that bait, this is the right time for him to come. And people who have seen that Tinubu had failed us, they would have supported him. Now, so I'm still waiting. If he still come out, he will get support. I don't know which party will want to come out.
This is to say that this is the right time for Professor Osinbajo to declare interest.
He should have waited for this right time. When Tinubu has failed for the before he contested. So what he did last time was an error of judgment on his own part. He took the bait, he entered the trial set up by Buhari himself at that time. And that's why he lost. He didn't even come second. I think he came fourth or third in the primary. So, but now, people know he can deliver. He is cerebral. And he knows what he's doing. Such people, when they enter, if he decided to enter the race, then he gains support of the people. But definitely not Jonathan this time around.
Okay, definitely like Jonathan, Lagos. Yes, let's take your comment on all of these conversations going on right here on Super FM 92.7. 0705 690 0927. 0705 690 0927. You can also send us a WhatsApp message through that number. All you callers on 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. The other lines 0802 0802 978 8003. 0802 978 8003. Let's join this conversation. Yes, we're talking about 2027, a call for Jonathan ahead of the 2027 elections. Dr. Jibril Mustapha has appealed to Nigerians, appealed to former President Goodluck Jonathan to come out and contest the 2027 presidential election. Hello, good morning. Okay, please call us back. 0705 690 0927. 0705 690 0927. All the other lines, you can also send us a WhatsApp message via that number. All the other lines on the 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Okay, the lines are bridging this morning. Hello, good morning. Okay, you can please call us on the other lines 0802 0802 978 8003. 0802 978 8003. Well, at it is right now. Okay, hello, good morning. Hello. Okay, Chief. Now there are comments, there are talks about the Northerners being, in agreement with this call for Jonathan. Why? Because it seems to be like, well, it's an easy work for them. Bearing the fact that Jonathan will just have to do just one term. Is that a right reasoning to?
I don't think so. Like I said, they consider him a pushover that they can be pushing around. If you imagine
all right, let's take this comment. Let's take this comment, Chief. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Yes, this is Paul from Banana Island.
All right, Paul from Banana Island. Please go ahead.
Yes. Okay, I want to tell you what, make Jonathan go sit down. Let Jonathan just go and sit down. Obi is on board now, I beg. Obi is on board now. If you know you'll come and disturb, I really agree with the last man. Oh, what you have been saying, I've been listening, honestly. Maybe you know you'll come spoil Obi Ross, I beg. Because in this next government, Obi now is there now, I beg. Because if we come now, we are going to share the vote again. The zone, the region where they plan to catch us, the same zone, the same region belongs to the South. I beg. Let's tell him, just let him go and rest, I beg. The time don't go according to what this man has just said. I beg.
All right, thank you very much. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, this is Samuel calling from Yaba.
All right, Samuel from Yaba, please make your comment.
So, it would have been an ideal for Goodluck Jonathan to come back. It would have been a very good idea for Jonathan to come back. Now, for him to come back, like the chief was, emphasizing about, it would have been an idea of some group of political people for their own selfish interest. Honestly speaking, because they knew that during his leadership, he had the intention to do a good thing, but the people around him could not allow him, and he himself was unable to use that power he had to do something. That means he's just been too soft. So it would have been a good idea, but now I think he should just maintain that good record of his, and then just pay for other people to contest, and then that's what's going to happen in future. So for me, I just advise you to stay, not coming for any potential so that's my take.
All right, thank you very much for that. Yes, Lagos, keep your call coming in 0705 6900 927. 0705 690 0927. Or call us on the other lines 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Chief Niyi, I'm sure you had callers there.
I have some
All
part
right.
of it.
All right, let's also
the line
pick
is
this
very
call.
close.
Let's also pick this call. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Nancy, calling from Olivia Papa.
Okay, Nonso from Apapa. I guessed that name correctly?
Yes.
Please go ahead.
You see, the problem of Nigeria today, what Nigeria is suffering today is as a result of PDP 15 years of disastrous government. And in 2023, they would have amended that if they had produced P2B and their flag bearer, but they think as it would have won the PDP have no chance in this country again. Bola Ahmed Tinubu is doing extremely well to put this country in order. I'm telling you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu has done very good, has done very well, and in 2027 he will continue. He will win. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that. Yes, 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Or the other lines is 0705 690 0927. 0705 690 0927. Chief Niyi, the callers seems to be like, they call for Jonathan will stand like a divided vote for the likes of Peter Obi. Are you seeing that? Are you seeing that line? Don't forget that.
To some extent, that's correct. If Jonathan should accept to run for presidency, there will be a coalition of votes between now. They will be sharing the vote, and that is not good for them. So that's not good for the country.
Absolutely, you're calling for Obi to join a coalition with the PDP.
I'm not. If he was in PDP before, he was in PDP. He has run in PDP. It was because of the neglect, the way Atiku treated him, that forced him to go to Labour Party.
The same thing with Wike, if you agree.
Sorry?
I said the same thing with Wike also.
With Wike also. So it's not based on. If they can agree within themselves, we are going to see. So far, so good. They have been holding meeting, but holding meeting is different from coming to an agreement. The personal interest of candidate is what will determine whether they reach agreement or not.
Okay,
so
let's
needs to be sorted out.
Let's go to the phone lines
if
now.
If they can come together, definitely they will defeat the incumbent.
Let's go to the phone lines now.
Hello? And agree.
Okay.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, my bro?
I'm Sunday. I'm calling from Oyo.
All right, Sunday from Oyo State. We also have a PDP governorship candidate right here in Oyo State, Chief Niyi. Okay, go ahead, make your comment.
are talking about the presidential candidate, the rightful person, as at this moment, from my end, I believe Jonathan should be the right person. Because when you look at the last election we did, 2023, Labour Party candidate, I can vividly say that the Labour Party candidate won the election. But due to the system, that is the cabal for the country, they say Igbo cannot rule them at this time. Europa is one of them, by so. And when you look at this now, even though Obi come at this time now, even though he win, because of his own brothers there, they will not allow him to come because of the structure. People don't have any structure at that level. That's what affected them. If, for instance, now, if it's Atiku that has the votes that Obi has for 2023 election, they will not dare touch that numbers. You know what happened in River State. You know what happened in Lagos State here. I know what happened in Abuja. If Labour Party can win the election in Lagos, and they can also win the election in Abuja, and they can also win the election in Port Harcourt, what else? There are people that say that this is Christian, he cannot come. This is Igbo, he cannot come. It's the same people that call for Obi and Jonathan. If you heard what this man said last time, Arewa youth say they are not after religion anymore, that the religion has failed them. That what they are after now is the rightful person to lead them, because them too they are suffering, and they are the ones that cause all these problems for us, for the country. You understand? So for right now, what we need and who is who know the road, who already have a structure there. Atiku will be the best candidate, but Atiku should go and sit down. Let Jonathan come. Everybody is coming for Jonathan. Even the youth are going for Jonathan. We the Eastern and the middle belt are calling for Jonathan. So let him come. He know the way. He has the structure already. You understand? So it's not that the people that are there already there. Look at the Okowa and the college in the other state. They have the state, the Delta state, that they have to the camp. It's not easy way to the camp, but due to the system, there are some people that if it don't belong, they will come after you. What they will just say, if you are APC, your sin will be forgiven in this country. So it means that something is wrong somewhere. So who will need is the person that know the road already. Because if Obi should win, they will not give him, even though he win. That's what happened last time. Everybody
All right. Thank you very much for your comment there and this one. Okay, we have a message here. Chief Niyi, there's a message in form of a question. This is coming from Uluwale. It says, you really think Wike and Reno support Asiwaju without the nod of Jonathan? You guys are clowns. Look well and check how many Jonathan men are not behind the president. Omode Omogo. How we react to that? Like they said, sometimes Jonathan also has his own supporters right in this current administrations. Will you say that's all true? And then, as I'm talking to you right now, there are big celebrations in Delta State. Well, the likes of the APC chairman and some senators, and even the Senate president, even also Adams Shomole and the likes, will be in Edo State in what we call a large jubilation, a large celebration in connection to the cross carpeting of the governor of Delta State, Oberewori, moving from PDP down to APC. Are you not worried at all? You are also a member of the PDP. Are you not worried at all that all of this is happening?
Like I said last week, those are political renegades. And we all know there's one thing in common with all these renegades. They are running away from EFCC. You see, they have made it clear. If you can come to APC, all your sins are forgiven. All the money that you have stolen, they will overlook it. But if you do not cross to APC, the EFCC are coming after you. So they got the federal government under Tinubu is using EFCC to chase the opponent. Of course, if they have a clean cupboard without skeleton. They wouldn't need to do that. Now, let us ask ourselves, why are they going to APC? What is the motivation behind it? Is APC a credible party? Are they serving the country well? The answer is no. Only one thing, personal interest, so that they will not go to prison. So all the wealth that they have stolen in their state will be made permanent for them and for their family. And Nigeria will not ask questions. They forgot that if Tinubu loses, or when he's out of power, let us even say 80 years, we will still come after them. You see, we cannot accept as our brothers those who ingratiate themselves with the money they have stolen. Our people cannot owe their freedom to the thieves. We shall surely knock at their doors when the revolutionary attains power. We are not going to let them go. They will still pay back. Everything that they have stolen, they will cough it out. Nigeria belongs to all of us. And no one has monopoly of power or monopoly of corruption, as it were, in this country. Something has to change. This is Jimmy. You just look at it and you start laughing. What is it? We know how much Okonwa spent for the election that went. It's data people's money. And now he has to give account of it. But to save himself from going to the gallows, he has to cross over to APC. Imagine. So Nigeria, I wonder why people, we have short memory in Nigeria. What are they celebrating? What are they rejoicing over for? Someone that
their sins are forgiven, maybe.
Sorry?
I said maybe they are rejoicing over the fact that their sins are forgiven, maybe.
Yes, but should that bring happiness to the majority of the people who are under stubbornness in their state? They are suffering. It's suffering and smiling. Why should they rejoice with them? It's all deception. Hire people. They pay some people some money to make large crowd, to show the one large crowd that they are crossing over to another party. They have not been able to say one thing that the PDP has done against them. Look at Okonwa. He was the vice president under Atiku. No. So what you see that he's looking for that the PDP has not offered him? But like I said, to save himself from trouble, to save himself to give account of what he has stolen. But running away, you can't run away from yourself. We will catch up with them. The time is coming that all of them will give account of their stewardship in their state. We will soon have a revolutionary leader who will challenge them, who will ask questions. Your sins are not forgiven. Even though Tinubu may have forgiven your sin, but Nigeria has not forgiven you. You have to give proper account to the people of Nigeria at the right time.
Just like
Goodluck
Jonathan has said my political ambition. Okay, before I go to that, let's go to the phone lines quickly. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name? Where are you calling from, please?
Well done. My name is Victor from Yaba.
All right, Victor from Yaba. Please go ahead with your comment.
The issue of Jonathan coming back is a very serious one. But let me just paint the picture of who is going to rescue this government from APC to Chief. He doesn't necessarily need to mention any name, but the perhaps caricature of such person. Such person should be able to have sufficient money to take care of area of legislature, judiciary, and bring up some people that will do the grassroots work within his area of residence. For instance, when you hear that ministers are removed from this present government, it's not because they have not performed according to the expected level. It's just to bring in more people to come and have their share. Those who have been removed will go back to their constituency and they will be noted. They will be prepared to bring up those who will do the voting. That is the reason. It's not because those who have been removed as special assistant or whatever assistant or minister have not performed. just like somebody is talking about Nigeria becoming one party state. That is the purpose. To eat into all political arena, whether PDP or Labour or whatever.
All right, thank you very much for your comment there. Let's go to social media comment. This is coming from Olamilekon. It says that, before 2027 elections, Nigerians must seek for electoral reform. Firstly, remove Yakubu and his gang. Also, the executive must not select INEC chairman, but Nigerians must choose themselves. Like Mike Guinea, who will never compromise. Seek independent candidacy. Nigerians must march to the Senate and House of Reps, seek reform for this change. He said it's a shame the worst of us is ruling the best of all. Well, okay, let's go with phone line. Okay, let's the phone lines is 0705 690 0927. Yes, sir, that's phone line for you to be part of this conversation. 0705 690 0927 or 0802 502 7711. 0802 502 7711. Or you can also send us some messages via WhatsApp on 0705 6900 927. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's the name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ogumadu Mwendo Nagea.
All right, Ogumadu, from where, please?
I'm calling from Ogun State.
From Ogun State. Please go ahead with your comment. Okay, I guess that we lost our call there. Hello, good morning. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, good morning. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Fisco from Festac.
All right, Aziz from Festac. Make your comment quickly, briefly, please.
Please, I want to talk about President Jonathan.
Go ahead.
About what he did the first time. We know that he tried, and by the same time, after when he did finish, we can see here about what they are collecting from him. So this kind of people, we don't want it. We don't want them in our president anymore. So that people that will do president finish after will come be hearing what they are doing in bad. Since we need new people. We don't want the people that did the government before and coming back again. Please. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you very much for that. Let's move ahead. Don't forget, Nigerians, yes, this is a spotlight on Super FM 92.7, and you will still have Chief in the house. Yes, one man who is a legal practitioner and also human rights lawyer and the PDP governorship candidate in Oyo State. Well, I'd like to say, Chief, it says, I'll quote Jonathan here, says, my political ambition isn't worth the blood of any Nigerian. Also, it says, it seems to be like APC is ready to level all grounds and also just everyone. But there's a difference. And it seems to be like with this call of Jonathan, there's a difference of uniqueness and issues. Uniqueness of Jonathan and the issues that happened then and now. What do you think is different now? Or what do you think happened then that is different now that has refuted the call for Jonathan?
I personally don't see any uniqueness in Jonathan to come back to rule Nigeria. It can never happen. It can never work, honestly speaking. If you want any material changes in this government, it shouldn't be Jonathan. Hello? Can you hear me?
I'm with you. Yes, I'm with you.
Yes, if they want to see any material difference in this country, it's not going to be Jonathan. We need to look for a right candidate to contest against Tinubu. Jonathan will just fail woefully, honestly speaking. I have watched him for many years. He's a good man. He has a good heart. But that's not to mean that he's going to be a good president for this country again. He has done his time. And he should not heed the call of the people to come back to power. I maintain that anywhere. He wouldn't get support of many people. It's just a distraction for me. And who knows whether Tinubu is even the one sponsoring these people to call Jonathan back, because he will easily defeat him. That's the truth of the matter. We all know how Jonathan came into power. It was by default originally, then usually the power of incumbent to win another 4 years. Even there's a constitutional issue. A president cannot use more than 8 years. Jonathan was already spent 5 years. So should we spend another 4 years? That will be 9 years in total. So what are you going to say about that? I don't know why people are not looking at that itself. He spent 5 years between 2010 to 2015. And the president, constitutional state, said clearly that president cannot spend more than 8 years as the president. So if he should not come into power another 4 years, that make it 9 years. So where is the constitution in this? So in my opinion, there was even the constitutional challenge. People have overlooked it, but the brilliant lawyers are coming after him. That you cannot be. That means 9 years. It's not in our constitution. So what is he going to do about that? We need to look at every sphere and what can be a challenge to be his to his presidency. And before people can call him. We need to look at that. Constitutional issue is there already.
Some Nigerians
I've never seen anything.
Some Nigerians quote.
Sorry?
Some Nigerians quote that with the emergency rule that happened in the River State, where Goodluck Jonathan had said that what President Bola Tinubu did in Rivers is a clear abuse of office and a clear abuse of power. A country where Wike, who is a minister in Tinubu's government, dictates to Supreme Court justices what judgment they can give. He said it's a country that can't attract any serious investment. This is coming from Jonathan. With this right now, it seems to be like it remains the interest of the people that the only man who can do it from the south is to face Goodluck Jonathan, to face President Tinubu 2027.
The government of the day. Anyone can sit down and criticize the government of the day. That does not translate to good government on its own. It's easy. You see, those who knows how to play football best are the spectators. They know what the striker should do, what the defender should do, but put them on the field themselves. So what the fact that Jonathan was criticizing that, what he did, of course, was an abuse of power. But it was easy to say, Tinubu has done that in the past. We have seen how he resisted Jonathan when Jonathan planned to remove the subsidy. He and Buhari went on campaign. They went on campaign against Jonathan. They demonstrated. They left people there. But now Tinubu is doing the same thing. So what Tinubu did, when Jonathan comes to power, he can still do the same. It depends. So that is not sufficient ground. That's what I'm saying. To bring him back to power. Because he criticized the government, it's not sufficient ground. We need to look at his antecedent. We need to explore his weakness when he was the president of the country. Jonathan had a lot of weaknesses. Under his nose, like under his watch, they stole a lot of money. Unprecedented. One of those who looted the treasury, when he was a female, is in England now. Is England, even all his properties in Nigeria have been taken over by the government, and now he is undergoing court issue in the UK now for corruption. This woman, you know what we are talking about, whatever they call her. Those are the people that serve under Jonathan. Every one of them that serve under Jonathan, they have stolen a lot, and Jonathan was looking the other way. That was one of his weaknesses, and we cannot tolerate that again. We don't want people like that again now. He has done well, I said it, but he has major weakness. He cannot control those who serve under him. We want a president who is firm, who is determined, who have the best interest of this country, and who is solid, who cannot be tossed around by anybody. That is what the kind of person we want as president in this country. Jonathan should sit back and watch and play the elder statesman role that he has been playing. That is sufficient for him. For everything, there's a time and season. His season and time, he has done well. Let him rest. Let us have someone else to govern this country.
Chief Niyi Aborisade, legal practitioner, also human rights lawyer, and a PDP governorship candidate in Oyo State. Thank you very much for your time this morning on Spotlight on Super FM 92.7. All right. Thank you very much for your time, Chief Niyi.
I have to go now, sir.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir, for your time this morning.
Thank you.
All right, Lagos. Yes, this is where we'll draw the curtain on the show this morning on Spotlight and Super FM 92.7. Yes, join us again tomorrow, same time, same station, 7:30 down to 9 a.m. It's a beautiful day today in the city of Lagos. Have a lovely day. See you tomorrow.
We don't just talk the talk, we walk the walk. Switch to the good side of life here on 92.7 Super FM.